Welcome in, welcome in. We're just setting up. Thank you for being here already.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
Listening to.
Thanks for hanging out with me in the dark and the light. Hold on, let me put the light on.
We were listening to Amanda as she finishes up her show, but I appreciate you being here already. And let me just sign in via my iPad so that I can have a better sense of what's happening. So, all right. Well, hey, Karen, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Hey, Miss Larissa. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And Peggy, I wonder if it's Peggy, our local Peggy, or if it's another Peggy. But nonetheless, super excited to have you here joining me. Um, I am trying to figure out the setup because oops. Okay, I'm gonna close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right, there you go. All right, yeah. So the issue is that oh, welcome everybody. Besitos. Thank you, Amanda, for sending everyone my way. Appreciate you so much. Excited to be here. Super nervous as always. You know how it is. But thank you. So I see Dana came in, JD, Cherry, Tammy, Renee, Candyland, or AKA Amanda, and of course Miss Bandit. Thank you for being here. Carol, Kathy, you're in here, and Vanessa Gill from Collecting Cousins. We're gonna be visiting her right after me. So thank you for being here. So I was trying to set up. Oh, and Miss Connie, of course. Besitos. And I know my brother is watching, Barbara was watching, and Melissa and Hollians. Everybody, thank you. And I'm especially excited that my brother Art, aka Artie Art, and he does a lot of art. So yeah, his actual name is Arthur, but yeah, so he goes by Art. He's always gone by Art. But anyways, so super excited to be here. Again, I'm always super nervous. And let me show you my little mascot that I got from Connie and her friend Connie. No, was it your friend Connie from her mother's estate? Yes. Well, my brother's actually has always painted. He is fantastic. I dabble because of my accident, and after my accident, you know how it is. Couldn't do what I was doing before, so yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you, Larissa. Yeah, so the little he's my Cernifus. He's oh, thank you, Larissa. I appreciate you so much. Oh, Karen, besitos. Thank you so much for buying that fantastic little tulip. Uh, it's here in here. I was gonna show them off. Well, I'll show them off after. Yes. So I get sidetracked, uh, squirrel, and I turn and I fight someone for it. Uh, so hey, thrifting, come on in. I appreciate you being here. So okay. So anyhow, so if you don't know, my name is Lupe. I work out of Line Art Studios. My brother, who's his name is Art, he also works out of Blind Art Studios. He also has vision issues, but he also has nerves were severed and all that good stuff. So he actually uses art as through actual physical therapy to try to get his nerves and muscles to do what he did before naturally. So anyway, so yeah, so his journey through art is a little different from mine, but still the same. We love art. I love flowers. He likes well, he does art to humor me. I mean, he does flowers to humor me, but he mostly loves to do like vintage cars and stuff like that. And so I've also dabbled in that a little bit. So, anyways, so thank you for taking a look in my bio now. So in there you'll see some art from myself, from my nephew, who also works out of Blind Art Studios with us. and my brother Art. So it's a little mishmash. And my nephew is, I believe he's 9 now, but he's super artistic. Anyways, so welcome in, welcome in. So today we're going to be working with glass. So you know how like there's some, oh Jackie, oh thank you for that fantastic purchase. Oh, the long sweet Mexican art party. Oh, the fish. Oh, dude, it's so cute. And he glows big time. So, oh, thank you, thank you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Anyway, so you know how like sometimes when you order glass and it arrives to you broken, and so you're like devastated, and you're like, oh, what do I do with this, right? So, I started actually working with broken glass, both slightly damaged glass where I tried to fix it, and then also super damaged glass like this. And in my nervousness and such, I forgot my pliers and stuff to pick up the glass. So I'll be holding it with my hands. I've been known many times to have had to get a CT scan and such because, yeah, me and glass, yeah, we go way back and it's always trying to poke me in the wrong places. But today, you know, I am going to not be wearing gloves and also uh, don't have my little pliers to pick them up. So we'll see. Oh, Bandit, thank you so much. Ooh, I love it. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, that is a fantastic sunflower painting. You're gonna love it. Hopefully, you're gonna love it. And yeah, so hey, Moon Sky, come on in. Oh, so yesterday, it was yesterday, right? Yeah, I was loving the whole, the little tin working on the little tiny little creation. That is super cute. So, looking forward to seeing the final product on that. So, anyway, so yeah, so if you have broken glass and such, and also if you don't want to like overcharge me for it because it is broken glass, hit me up. I am looking for colored glass, and this so this is a way for us to like, even though it's already broken, there's no way to like really fix this type of rake. We can still work with that and do and create beautiful things. So anyway, so we had done a previous showing of the glass and such, um, in our hangout when we were on Mainly Made. And so for that, I was making beads, which was really cool because it's controlled. So, but this one is a little harder, or like, yeah, it's a little more complicated. I'm going to, I don't know if you can see. So, close your eyes, everyone. I am going to move my tripod down. Ooh, close your eyes. I'll let you know when you can look up. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so you can open your eyes now. Okay, so try not to be. Hey, Womp Womp, come on in, come on in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to make fuse glass. Basically, this is because I am basically melting it and fusing it together, making fuse glass. So up here, I already made a little heart composition, and so I was playing with it. So it turns out that the microwave that I have here in the art area is not as powerful as the one that I have over on the kitchen side. So when you're using a microwave kiln, you want a microwave that can go at least 1,000 watts. And I want to say that probably the microwave that I was using to practice probably goes up to maybe 800 watts. So it melts some glass, but not all. Let me show you. So here it's going to be a sunflower design. And so first, what I do, oh, so this is kind of what it looks like, and so I'm limited to um, this size based on the size of my kiln. So you can buy these microwave kilns on online. I was gonna say the place, But no, you can buy it anywhere. They come in different sizes. This is a larger one that you can purchase. I have two, so that I'm as I'm working on something and I put it in, that I can continue working and do more. I thought for some reason that I was going to be like doing a lot of them, not like a lot, but you know, I still kind of works. Oh, Jack Teak says perfect for a sun catcher. Yes, definitely. And also, as I look and find more glass colors, then I can do more intricate type work. And so the idea is, you can buy the glass cutting tools and stuff, but I figured that, knowing myself, and who was it? Was it Amanda? Who was not Amanda Candyland's Curiosity, but Amanda from Gigi's? No, I think it was Melissa who said that, like, when you get into a new project, then you want to buy all the tools and stuff. So yeah, so I don't want to buy all the tools. I just kind of want to play with it. So, anyways, so with this microwave kiln, you can also um use it for pottery. The small pieces will definitely work in there. So I don't know, Melissa, if you want like tiny things to sell and stuff and not have to wait for the communal kiln, you may want to invest in it. I want to say that my kiln was like $69, which is not bad because the real kilns are very expensive. So, anyways. So, like I said, this was the experiment, which showed me that it melts some glass, but not all. And so anyhow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making compositions in the little rounds. I will place them here, and then I will take them to the other microwave. I tried to bring the microwave here, but it was too heavy for me. so, so we'll just make them here, and then take them over there, and then fire them there. So that's in. Truth be told, in my mom's kitchen. Okay, so my kitchen has a lower power microwave. Mom's has, well, mine's the one that we use for eating and stuff. It's also lower, but I purchased a specific microwave for this, and that one is 1100 watts, which would be perfect. Hey, Gigi, come on in. So, okay, I think I've said a lot and not said anything, but anyway, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna see if there's a way for me to position this so you can see the colors that we're working with. Oh, but I'm gonna be blocking Mr. Snoopy. That's okay. No, okay. Oh, there you go. See, you can have it both ways. You can have your cake and eat it too. So here you go. Moving just the heart to the other corner since we already worked with that, and then so we have that color. We have the amber, the natural amber color, and this was actually a vase, uh, I think it was Napco. Yeah, so it dropped and it broke, and I tried to pick up as many pieces as I possibly could, and which I'm delighted by and super sad about. But anyway, so we have amber as well. We have depression glass, the that really beautiful pink. We also have, I think it was Blunique. I want to say this was like probably Fenton, but this one arrived to me broken. Well, actually, both of those arrived to me broken from another platform. You know how that goes, right? Anyways, so and by chance, usually when I would get broken pieces that arrived broken, I would throw them away. For some reason, I had put those in a bag, and then when I decided to do this, it's like, oh my gosh, perfect. So thank goodness I didn't throw that away. So in addition to that, we're also have well, this is to remind me, we're going to go see Vanessa Gale at Collecting Cousins after this. I believe she's gonna be working on a fantastic flower. I love flowers. Any flower, it's perfect, beautiful for me. So I have these pieces of glass. So these take longer and more heat to melt because they're already sort of processed. But because I don't have a lot of other colors, then I kind of have to go with what I have. So this is what I have. All right. So I don't know if you want to let me know what colors to sort of start working with. I'm very limited. So I am thinking I'm just gonna go with it. But do let me know what. Well, if you've been on the show the whole time, many of us have. Let me know what was one of your something you learned, and then also perhaps something that you found to be really a lot of fun on the chat. Ah, thank you, Connie. Yes, I tend to do what I like, but I feel like after I like rewatch the shows, I'm like I should have asked for more help. But yeah, so we'll work on a couple of compositions, and then I'll show you some of my art because with the your maker, I'm going to start off with this like a darker color in the middle. Oh, right, Faye, and it was Faye, and who else was with Faye? That was fantastic. Oh I loved it. I love also the decoupage also with Kathy. Uh, because this is how I started to learn uh, with Kathy, but Faye was fantastic too. Yeah, I can't wait for her to be here on Knickknacks. Yeah. Vanessa, he learned his spun cotton is not for you. What? Yeah, it's a lot of work, and this is why all of Connie's creations are so worth it. So much work goes into it. She does hours and hours upon hours of work on those little items. I know, and also very calming. She has a super calming effect on me. So I love watching her. Anything, and sometimes she'll say something like, "Oh, I'm gonna be working on cotton. Who wants to see this again?" I'm so me. Hello, raise my hand. So I'm thinking maybe like an amber. Well, maybe why don't we do pink, like a light pink flower. So this one's going to take a lot to melt because it's quite thick. If I were, you know, another person, I'd probably cut this down. But what I'm going to do is just continue to put it in the microwave until it actually melts. I want to say this was like a little like creamer or something. It was super cute. Yeah, and I was excited to get it, and then it was broken. But it was broken because they didn't even use bubble wrap. That was not cool. So, anyways, so I start off with kind of like making a triangle. Ah, you know, and Connie, it's because you're so fantastic. You're super nice, super talented, and you're a letter writer just like I. And so, whenever somebody makes us mad, we don't stab them as Melissa would. No, I'm just kidding, Melissa. We write letters. So, yeah, we're letter writers. And I feel like that's the way to go. We need peace in the world. All right. So, I'm thinking, so basically, what I'm trying to do again, I love florals. So, I'm putting petals down. Hey, AKC algebra. I love algebra. Yeah. What did Bandit say? Oh, no. Well, I was a cheerleader actually in high school, but yeah, no, I love everybody. I think everybody's art is fantastic. Everybody brings their own sort of lived experiences to the art, and so yeah, so I love everybody, and everyone should love each other as well. Um, yeah, no, and I'm honest about the depression stuff. So, like the PTSD is still kicking my behind, but I'm working on it, and and it's all good. And I'm not gonna cry. 'Cause sometimes I cry, but it's okay if you cry because it's a natural thing. Oh, thank you, Jack T. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for buying my art, buying some of my vintage stuff. Yeah, I love picking up trinkets here and there because so like I volunteer at Animal Guardians, and they have like it's called Silver Whiskers. It's like a vintage shop, or it's like a charity shop. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to frame it in this like blue, since it's already here. And I'm trying to be careful as to not cut myself and not poke myself. And so I picked up a couple here. I hope it's going to be beautiful, but if it's not, it's okay because we can always pivot. So the great thing about working with already broken glass is that you can redo it. You know, you don't have to feel bad about it or whatever. You just break it again and start again. Same thing with like I don't have any of my candles here, but that's another thing that I love about the candles is or working with wax is you can always pivot, and it's super easy to just say, you know what, this candle didn't. Oh, so I have some of my candles for sale in my store. I don't think I have any in the bin in the show, but I have some in my store. And do also, if you're here, take a look at the buy it out to the stores or the marketplaces of, or they would be market stalls, right? For a lot of the sellers here on Knickknacks, not everyone goes live. Um, I go live, but I always freak out every time. um, yeah, and so it's sometimes it's because they don't have the technology. Sometimes they're just afraid or whatever. So do take a look at all the um, amazing offerings that all the sellers have. So I'm liking that kind of. I think it's gonna look really cute. So, what I want to do is I will work with this, melt it, see where it's at, and then perhaps add like a different color on top to give it a little bit of shade. Not shadow, because I'm terrible with that, but some shading for composition's sake. So we're gonna move this to the side. There you go. And then we'll work on an amber one. I think that will look really cute. Oh, hey, Kathy, come on in. Thank you for being here. And El Martel, thank you. I know I recognize your name from in the past. I believe you purchased stuff from me. So the other thing too, with after my accident, my memory sucks. So you know, I apologize for not recognizing everybody. Like I recognize your names, and I know I should know your names as well because you've purchased stuff. But like I said, yeah, the memory is not great. But it's okay because you know we're alive, and that's really cool. So the round ones have a harder time in melting, so I'm gonna move that one because it seemed more round. So we're gonna go with a darker middle, and then we're gonna try to pick out some amber pieces, but not. So this was one of those fantastic little vases that had the inlay, the gold inlay. So we're gonna try not to get gold, anything that has the metal stuff, because it is going to go into the microwave, and yeah, I don't want to like have it go crazy. So what I like about this size pieces of glass is that when you put it there, let me show you. Where's the one that? Oh, here it is. They melt and based on the thickness of the glass, they melt in different at different points, and so they make jagged edges, but they're like beveled already, so they're not going to be like what is it called? Yeah, they're not going to cut you or anything after they've been melted. But what happens is that they, because they melt at different times, then they create these fantastic shapes, and that's really fantastic. So, and I had hoped to have some done so that you guys could see some that are already done. But like I said, I didn't prepare early enough. And so when I started preparing, I realized that my microwave was not going to work. And then I, so then, so then I tried to bring the other microwave over here, but yeah, it was too heavy. So yeah, so I think I may need to just order another one and have the delivery person just bring it into the house so that way, and then set it up right here so that I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so the other thing that also affects the melting is whether you face the glass down or face it up. If you face it up, it melts faster, but then it also has the potential of cracking. So, but I'm still gonna face some of it up and some down. So the way you deal with the cracking issue uh, is by when you take it. So when it finishes the amount of time that you put in the microwave, then you leave it there for a really long time before you actually pull off the top of the kiln. So that way it slowly decreases in the temperature and it has lesser chance of actually cracking. So, and so far so good. There's only been pieces that I worked on and they just haven't had enough time in the kiln, and so I just put him back in there. And oops, this one has gold, and I was only able to see it because I moved it and the shimmer alerted me to it having gold. So okay, so I'm gonna put this one there, and then yeah, so see, it was one of those vases that had the pretty flowers painted on them. I know some of it were Murano and some of it were like not Murano. Well, yeah, they were Murano because they were Venetian glass, and then uh, it's that same pattern, but this one was Japanese. I think this one doesn't have gold. Does it have gold? I want to say that's paint, so hopefully it's paint. Where are we gonna put this one? We'll put it here. All right. So and then so for this one, so I also have some uh white glass or clear glass that um from broken mason jars, and I haven't actually tried to melt that. I'm a little afraid. So but the ideal would be that I would be able to use that because I have a lot of mason jars. We live in a property. My brother calls it the ranch. Uh, so we have a lot of peach trees, and so here we're basically doing the same thing Amanda was doing, throwing paint, but it's glass. So we're just putting it there, and it's kind of as dangerous because yeah, she she could really mess up her floor there. So we're gonna put that around. So hopefully, as it melts, this will gain more of a petal kind of look, and then I'll fill in the areas that need a little bit of more stuff with like the smaller pieces. Once I actually have like something to pick them up with, that is not as dangerous as me just picking it up with my hands. Hey, be humble. Thank you for being here. And Dane Mommy, thank you for popping in. All right. So I think that's pretty good, right? Um, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. PTSD is like, yeah. And I mean, they can only help you, it just, you just don't know how long it's going to last. And it's not great. So, but like I said, yeah, so all the mental health issues, I'm here for you because and the sad thing is, even though I was in science, you know, I always thought, oh, people should just try it to whatever, you know. I wasn't as understanding as I should have been before, and now, if nothing else, my accident helped me be more attuned with other people. And so we're going to put this aside. Hopefully. So earlier, as I was walking over to the kiln, uh, yeah, I dropped sound. So I'm just going to move it slowly to the side so I can now. It's 6:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern time, right? So yeah, so I want to show you some of my art because so last time in the art hangout, no, it was theme park uh, train. I was painting, super nervous. I mean, literally, my arm or my hand was like, I'm okay. Close your eyes, everyone. I'm gonna lift you up a little bit. Oops, I grabbed it the wrong. Sorry, that looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah. So what I mostly do is painting. That just I can lose myself in it, and for me, that's like the therapy that I need. And a lot of the times I'm blasting my music. So yeah, so but we can't do that here because we also need to chat with you and stuff. Uh, so yeah, so I can't blast the music. Sometimes I still need a little bit of like noise around to not like freak me out or whatever. But today, um, I don't have any because I was listening to Amanda right before this. So, anyways, all right. Okay, so I have this one here first. So I'm still working on this one. It's gonna be super cute. Uh, of course, I always say they're gonna be super cute. I'm gonna move this. So this is a sunflower. It's one of my favorite subjects. I love sunflowers. I love to paint them. I love to have sunflowers around. They're my sister's, my the middle sister's favorite um, flower. And so yeah, so I do lots of sunflowers, and there's so many different sunflowers. So this is uh, inspired by an actual wild sunflowers. They're smaller and they grow wild here on the property, so they're super cute. And yeah, and so my niece, who knows that my mom and my sister love the sunflowers, she buys my mom um, sunflower seed packets. And so every year we experiment with them, and they're all different colors and stuff. She even gave my mom burgundy for seeds for burgundy sunflowers. They were spectacular, a little creepy but spectacular. And so I'm working on. So I take pictures of the flowers, and then they inspire me later. So these are pictures or paintings that I haven't finished. I still have to work on the middle part. So now I'm going to show you. Thank you, Art. I appreciate it. Oh, and so Art's favorite flower are the daisies. And so I don't think I have any. I do have a daisy inspired piece. Let me bring this up. Um, and so this one is on a pour art painting. So, you know, I'm just doing art paintings and stuff like that. And then later on, I do use the canvases, I recycle them to then paint other stuff on it. So, this was actually a painting that I did on April 20th. I want to say it was 2020 because that was the first day that recreational marijuana became legal in the state of New Mexico. And so, why was I excited about that? One, because I'm hoping that, kind of like with prohibition, that by removing some of the stuff, uh, then criminality will like not be a part of it. And then if people want to do it, they can. So I'm going to bring this to stage just so you guys can take a look. So anyway, so that's why I was excited, but then also because at the time I was working at the New Mexico State University research lab and working on cancer research, and so we were researching cannabinoids on treatments for cancer. And so yeah, so that's why I thought it was a good idea, because then it also made it easier for us to be able to acquire more samples for us to do more research and all that good stuff. So anyways, so that's why I did the back part. And then this front part, um most recently I was thinking about daisies. I know Sundance loves the daisies. I want to say Sundance purchased a daisy from me. And anyway, so yeah, so this was inspired by her. And so I kept this middle part was part of the original painting, and then I thought it looked like an eye. And so that's why I called it I Spy a Daisy, because there's an eye there. And spy, I spy, I was watching a movie. So anyways, all that stuff sort of plays into the paintings that I do. So all right, there you go. So this one is a particularly personal one because of all those things. Now, let me show you. And they feel free to purchase any of my buy nows and my buy in the bin. Let me show you some of my smaller pieces. Oh, okay, I'll do this one. I'll move it to stage. So, some of you know that I've also become obsessed with stuff that glows in the dark. So, let me see if I can bring up. Okay. So this is just one of some of my paint. So I'm gonna put this. It's an alebrije. Glows in the dark. UV under UV light. Let me see if I can bring it up. Can you see the glow? Oh, it's so hard. Can you see it? Yeah. So I started painting on the little tiny critters and stuff, making them alebrijes. Yeah. So this one is super cute. And it's only $5. Oh, I wish Michelle was here so she can come take a look. I mean, not for her to buy, just she loves stuff that glows, and I love stuff that glows. So there you go. One of them cute is such a cutie. I'm gonna put it over here. And so if you're a crafter, oh Bandit, thank you so much. Oh yay! Oh fantastic, thank you. Yeah, so you're gonna love it, I think. And it's an alebrije, so it'll protect you. And so I'll also put, in addition to that, I'll put one of these. So these are 3D printed little bears, and so I'm not. I don't sell these I send as gifts. So let me see. It's so hard to show you the glow. I don't know. Can you see the glow? Look at how much it glows. So they're different colors because of the different um inks, or it's mono well filament, the filament they used, so it has different amounts of of glow. But yeah, so if you, I'll send you a glowing beer so that it can be next to the alebrije there. So thank you, Bandit. I appreciate it. What time is it? Okay. Oh, I can show you more stuff. Okay. So yeah, so I started playing with that. Then I also purchased. Let me move this stage. So I have three sets, or three types or examples, if you will. So for right before, or not before, but like in January, I started working with a tin, and so I made these cute hearts. And this is when I first started working with the. Um, Sorry, I also lose my words. Sorry about that. So I was working with markers, uh, fluorescent markers. It was my first time, so these are not as great. And then I got better. So, anyways, but these are fantastic. So this is an example of really cute. So they're tin hearts, and so I purchased the tin, and then I paint it around. So yes, and thank you so much for taking a look. And so, as you will note, the smaller I try to go, the harder, or the more abstract it will look, because of the vision issue. So you know, my typical paintings before were like, 3 feet by 4 feet or something like that. That was a comfortable size for me. But as I show more work online and needing to ship stuff around, then I'm trying to do smaller stuff. So it's not as detailed as some of the bigger stuff, but I think it's still cute. So let me show you. So my mom loves roses. We have a ton of roses around the property, and we live in the desert. And roses are actually a plant that uses a lot of water. So it's our guilty pleasure, but we figure that based on how many trees and other stuff we take care of, then we deserve a little treat once in a while. So let me bring up this one. Super cute. We'll move it to stage. And so this I call Roses for Mom, because as you start thinking about Mother's Day coming up, hello, you can always give her a forever flower. So these won't go bad. They will keep forever, and they're super cute. So really cute. So probably one of the smaller paintings, other than the tins and the little alebrijes. This is an 8 by 10, so it's cute. It does the job. It tells mom you love her, and also you can also gift it to anyone you like, as a sign of friendship. So there you go. It's really pretty. It's a little different from the other one. So I tried to do pink. My most previous flower that I had done was a red one. For it was a commission piece, and I want to say it was a 2 feet by 3 feet red rose. I think it came out pretty good. My sister commissioned it actually for her friend. So yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, so, and then this one, let me bring up the next one. It's called Pretty in Pink. And so my nephew, who was so not born in the right age, like, yeah, he loves all sorts of like vintagey kind of movies. He loves like Boys in the Hood, stuff like that. And so anyway, so we were watching Pretty in Pink, the movie, because he thinks it's hilarious. Anyways, so when I was when I was painting this flower, and it was calling my name in terms of being pink, then I thought, and we were watching the Pretty in Pink, so I called it Pretty in Pink. And it was fashioned after a little rosebud from my mom's garden in her house in Mexico. She has roses over there too. Really beautiful. So, all right, let me show you this one. Thank you so much for looking at that. I appreciate it. So this one, so if you have known me for a little bit, you'll know that I'm also inspired by photographs that my friend Jennifer, a friend from high school, she takes fantastic photos and she sends them to me. At first, she was just posting on Facebook, and then I asked her, "Hey, is it okay if I blah blah, whatever?" And so then she's, "Oh yeah," she's like, "I have many more. I can send you more." And she doesn't publish them all on Facebook, but so she sends me um, files of these. So this one is an iris. It's beautiful iris. And I call it mellow yellow because it is yellow, and it's a happy little uh, iris, really cute. So there you go. Let's see what else. Let me show you. So I have 15 minutes or so. Let me see if I can find this one to bring up to stage so I can show you. So this one, move it to stage. So it's also part of the same series of photographs taken in upstate New York, where my friend lives. We went to a high school in Southern California, but we all ended up in all kinds of different places. Anyways, but so this one's a bearded iris. So I was trying to see. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So it has the little teeth, or I think it kind of looks like a tongue. Anyways, yeah. And on my paintings, you will note that it'll have one or two dots somewhere that are textured. And that's because of the whole needing to learn to read Braille for the future. They do smell so delicious. Those and the gardenias. My mom has a gardenia that I got for her for Mother's Day, and yeah, it's really beautiful. The smell, and also honeysuckle at night. Hello, it's fantastic. So I'm bringing you this one. Let me bring it up and move it to stage. Okay, so this one is an orange daylily, and so I actually have a potted plant that is a daylily. Every year it comes up, whether there's been freezes or whatever, it still comes up every year. It does, and it is this color. And I love lilies. I've always have stargazer lilies, my absolute favorite flower in the world, to put in like arrangements because the scent is so beautiful. And when I was in college, there was a little flower stall like right underneath the stairs for the apartment. And so yeah, so every other week I get some stargazer lilies and I replace the other ones, and it's fantastic. So yeah, I love lilies. And then my brother's partner, her name is Lily, so that one's also special. And so my brother lives in California still. That's where we all lived before we moved. I mean, before some of us moved, he still is in California. And yeah, so anyways, okay, so let me bring up um sorry, I thought I had these in order, and for some reason I probably had them in order in like in a different device, and so now that I'm using this one, it it's a different setup. So okay, so this one, they're black eye Susans. So basically, it's like lavender and white black eye Susans on a green background, and it's probably one of my more muted paintings. If you note, a lot of the stuff that I paint has a lot of color. Ah, thank you, Jack T. I appreciate that you saying that. I love it. So I I started painting this, and I was thinking about the last time my niece and I went to DC to a conference there and a meeting, we went to the Jefferson Memorial at night. And I don't know if you've ever been to the Jefferson Memorial, but if like at night, you could totally walk into the Potomac, like totally walk into the river because like the walk area is there's no like there's nothing that tells you if you just step uh, right there there's water because you're gonna sink. Anyway, so so I remember um I started thinking about that and I said, oh my gosh. And I said, because we were also with a young woman named Susan. And yeah, so anyway, so that all sort of played into it. And so yeah, so they're black eye Susans and they're in this fantastic color. I think I really liked the muted part. So the background was actually super bright green, and I added uh, a different shade of green to make it a little more muted. So in the back, it looks super muted, but if you bring it super close, then it looks a little bit more colorful. So all right, appreciate you taking a look at this one. Now let me show you again. Obsessed with the sunflowers. One, because my sister, since I started, has been super supportive and buys a lot of my art, and she likes to buy the sunflowers. So I make them for her. I also, during Christmas and stuff, I always make all my presents for them, for her, and for her girls. And so one of her daughters loves also sunflowers, her favorite flower. And then the other one loves peony roses. And so you'll also see that as well. So I'm going to now bring up to stage these fantastic sunflowers. So they are inspired by a photograph actually of sunflowers moving in the moonlight. So we get these huge moons coming up from, if you've ever seen sort of where I live, there mountain range that is very close. And so when we get a full moon, and every so often the harvest moon, it's super huge and it just pops up. And then, yeah, so then the wildflowers were dancing. I felt like they were dancing the in the moonlight. So I'll bring up the one in green first. And so they're very similar. Like I said, I love the sunflowers. So this one is the one that I called in green because the stem is in green. Um, but yeah, so and I love to try to capture movement in the piece. And so the idea is that it's kind of windy and it's pushing the petals from one side to the other. Now here we get like incredible like windstorms and stuff. So yeah, so they could be like splish splashing and putting going all every way, every which way. So yeah, so this sometimes they look one way, sometimes they look the other way. So now let me bring up the one in yellow. And so I try to, I mean, it does take me some time because, so you'll note that this is painted on a port piece. So it does take a long time for the port piece and then the actual painting of the flowers and all that stuff. So it takes a long time, but that's like perfect because you just kind of want to lose yourself in it. So I think these are quite cute. Um, they could go together. I feel like I think the color scheme is pretty good. So I'm loving it. So hopefully you guys think they're kind of cute as well. So, all right. So only 5 more minutes before we head on over to Vanessa Gale with collecting cousins, and I think she's going to be working on a rose or like an arrangement of sorts. And let me bring up to stage this fantastic piece. So when I was in California, I worked at the Richmond Field Station, which is a research lab facility in the North Bay of San Francisco. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Yes. Pretty cool. So we're going to be seeing some more paintings by Miss Melissa. And okay, so with the research lab, we would visit other research labs, and so we'd go to Moss Landing and work with people who were working on research that had to do with the leatherback turtle. And yeah, so anyway, so as I was painting this is actually a pork piece. And when I got the sales, it totally reminded me of that. And so, yeah, so that's why I called it the leatherback turtles. Reminding me of that time in my life where we thought we could change the world, you know? And some of us did, some of us didn't, but still pretty cool. So, all right. So, then let me show you this one. This one is also another piece inspired by a photograph um, that from a national park. And it's one of my classmates in the chemical engineering department went to a national park, and I remember her send me a photograph of the wildflower. So this is I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's lupine or lupine or whatever. But she sent it to me because it's very close to my name, Lupe. And anyways, yeah. So I really loved it, and so I kept it, and then I remember drawing it, and I had it just drawn, but I hadn't painted it. So now I painted it, and let me bring it to stage. Um, so that you all can see more or less. And I want to say that I didn't take a ton of pictures of it because I was going to be showing it to you. So hopefully you get more or less the gist of it. So this, I'm more comfortable with this being like the smaller size, but like I said, I'm still trying to work within sizes that work better for folks in case they want to support me in buying some of my beautiful art. Anyway, all right. So it's time for us to. I have many more pieces of art, of course, that you can all take a look at, including this one. So I have this one in the buy now. Another sunflower. Again, my sister inspires this, and so does my niece Brandy. She loves that as well. I call her Honey Bunny. It's a funny story, but anyways, yeah, she loves K-pop as I do, so we share that in common, and I make the sunflowers for them. So, all right, appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I am going to fire up the creations that we made together, and I will show it in the handmade look what I made section. Hopefully, they'll be great works of art. And if not, we just keep working on them. I think Amanda said that today. They're not done, or it's not a mistake. You just haven't finished yet. So, yes. All right. So I appreciate you being here. Now we're going to be joining Vanessa Gale, not kissing, kissing cousins, collecting cousins, and she does fantastic work with flowers as well. Last time she did an arrangement that was fabulous. So she also uses photos as inspirations, as I do, and yeah, but she's super talented. So I hope you love her. I'm not sure if she's already live. I suspect that she might be. Let's take a look and see if in fact she is. Let me see if I can. No, I think I have to do it through. Oh, yeah. See how like everything I own has paint on it. Uh, I have good T-shirts and then that T-shirt. Right now, I'm actually wearing the Knickknacks turns 1 year old. Can you all let me know if Vanessa is live? Because I'm using my iPhone, which is very small and it's super hard. I don't want to press the wrong button, but she is on Fantastic. So I will look. Thank you so much. Besitos for everybody. Thank you, and thank you to my brother Art for sticking it out with us and join us when we were watching Melissa through pottery. All right, let me make sure that I don't press the wrong button. So there's so many people live right now. Wow. Vanessa Gales, there she is. I will press her. I believe I pressed her. Okay, see you guys. Besitos. Bye.